Alrighty, what is going on everybody? Welcome back to the video, and in this video we're going to be covering some of the biggest changes to the maps for Chapter 3 Season 4. Now there's been a ton of videos already out about what POIs are best, where should you be landing, all that shit like that. So I'm just going to be talking about the rotations on the map and, based on those, what locations may be the best and, the changes and all that fun stuff. First off, the north side of the map has been hit pretty hard in terms of shittiness. You won't be able to get, so like logjam, this split back here, shifty, sleepy, north sleepy, the French split, and even the penis split over here. These are kind of pretty much nerfed compared to other locations around them. They don't have any really form of natural mobility. I mean, these splits I guess could work down into bugle or whatever the fuck it's called now, or go up here and hit these rifts. But in most cases, the teams that land here are going to own these rotations anyway. So they're really pretty much screwed. Not really screwed, but they're going to be playing a whole different game than anybody that lands like on this side of the map or anyone that lands over here. Because they just don't have any form of natural mobility to actually bail them out. Which is just like, that could be a good reason to land here if you want to be uncontested. Like some of these splits might be completely unconned, because no team, like the teams that were landing here might be like, okay, well, I don't want to land here now. Maybe I'll go somewhere else that has a vault or has these fucking, what are these called? These launchers or balloons or whatever. So that could be something that happens. So these could be some kind of uncon splits, and POIs or whatever, but we'll see. Now let's just move on and talk about the natural rotation. So I wanted to see just where everything is. There's a launcher here on the blimp. I don't know which way it shoots. I think it shoots to like over here, judging on like where it is, or maybe it shoots under. And then we have the geysers over here. These geysers are nice. They really do help any of the splits back here. This split has a vault over here, which is nice. So this could be a strong split over here where you land Dusty Depot and you probably end up looting something like this. With the vault, you get your metal here, you hit the geyser in the zone. Now, another thing that I didn't mention that really is kind of important in this orange side of the map are the bouncy mushrooms. So these can actually help you to rotate really far with them. And they also help with, trade and surge or just getting into zone or whatever. But it's really good just to heal up from. So I honestly think this split is pretty strong down here. So if you've been landing here for a while, all of last season, then you're looking pretty good, because you can land here, you can get all your shield from these mushrooms, and they give you 15 shield every, I think, 10 seconds, roughly. So if you can probably find a pattern where one player lands here and one lands here, he hits all three of these and then loots and then loots, and then maybe he hits one more on his way out here or some shit like that, I don't know. But you can probably figure out some way to really utilize all these bouncy mushrooms and just get full shield without having to use any of your loot from the vault or from anything. And then you would loot everything, hit the vault, and then hit the geyser out. And then if zone went like north, then you would just hit the geyser, and go. If it went in the middle, hit the geyser, go. And if it went down, you can hit the geyser, and go. So the rotates are really nice for this side of the map over here. This also means for Greasy. Now, it isn't really impactful for Greasy that much because they don't really have to worry about much teams. They probably will get this vault, honestly. Actually, I think South Tilted will probably take that vault, so they won't. But they'll just loot this and just end up rotating into zone probably the normal way where they go down like this. But if it's a north zone, it's basically a free dead side. You can just work your way around here, hit the geyser, or go the long way around. So it's pretty nice for Greasy. Now let's dive into Rave Cave. They get the blimp back, which means the top of the top team at Rave Cave is going to be really strong. They have a vault, so Iamzo, we should watch out for him, but he's gonna be fucking popping off. And then there's a single vault inside in its normal location, but Iamzo, and I don't know who he's playing with, but whoever he's playing with is going to be doing really well up here on the top of Rave Cave, and they're going to be fucking chilling. Another vault over here, which I think this is called the AV split, which is something like this, which I mean it just gives them a little bit more loot. We have a vault over here on the right. This one, I think, Malibuga lands here, I think, or someone lands here that's really big. This might be conned more, so people might say, okay, fuck this side, let's try to contest here a lot more. So there'll probably be a lot of more 50-50s at this location, which could deter you. Or if you like 50-50s and you have good drop maps, then this could work. This buffs the Sunny Step split over here, which looks, I'm pretty sure, something like this. So that's a pretty big buff for them. Actually, they did have a vault, so I guess it's not really a buff. But I find these vaults are a lot better than the ones before, so that's just something to make note of. Lazy Lagoon, or I don't know what is it called, whatever this lagoon is called now. Huge buff. It has 2 balloons here to rotate. These balloons take you far as fuck. And what this means is also kind of a nerf for all the POIs around it. Think about like if you're in a W key game and this team gets looted up, they hit the vault, they get their keys. Now they can pretty much fly anywhere back here and anywhere over here to absolutely fucking bombard somebody, especially because the boat is elevated. They can probably even make it to Coney, make it to whatever this it's called, like Heralds or whatever, or make it to Sleepy. So if you're in a W key game and you hear flying, it is probably from a team that's fucking stacked out of their mind, and you're gonna want to hit the rifts, or you know, good luck fighting with gray weapons, and they're gonna have purple shit. So that's something to be very conscious of. Same with this balloon here. What might end up happening is that 2 teams might land here to fight. This team loots up, hits the balloon over, cleans up, and takes the vault. That could happen easily. Moving down here, I think this is called Herald's Bloom or some shit like that. Yeah, there it is. Herald's Sanctum. So this place is weird as fuck to fight in. I landed here like once or twice, and I got fucking lost. There is an NPC in here that gives you a mythic burst gold AR. It's mediocre. The very first shot is first shot accuracy, and the rest of them aren't. But the good news is that you can loot all of this and pretty much claim all of this. Now the walls, everything here is chrome, which means there's a fuck ton of chrome splashes. You can chrome blob, and basically you can jump through any of the walls, which could really lead to some very interesting looting patterns and looting like routes if you can figure out one that utilizes the chromeness of everything. And then we have these deep launchers around, and so basically this team could easily key the splits over here, could easily key the commie split over here, can easily go over here. So let's say that these guys land here, they loot everything up fast. Commie split had a 50-50 over here. You know, let's say Trashy won it. I don't know who's going to be landing here. So let's just, I don't know, random team, Tahi's team's landing over here. They hit this and they just go and key them and take all this loot and the vault and leave. That could happen easily because they could just hit these deep launchers and fly in. And that goes the same if anyone tries to do some type of split where they take like this and try to run. They can just hit the deep launchers and jump on their forehead and kill them. Now over here we have a vault rift. You know, the launch pad area is pretty tame, same as this spot over here, and yeah, nothing to talk about here. Now we have, I think Scented is landed here. What's this place called? Shimmer's Shrine, which honestly doesn't have a vault, but I think he's going to try to contest this vault over here, which means this vault's about to be a fucking shit show, like a really bad shit show. This one here, whoever is, because what we're having is that we're having NPen actually landing over here. We're having Jamper and Skittles contesting Condo. Then we have the Joneses team over here and the Shimmer and Shrine team, and then maybe even the team that lands like this Chateau Bob fucking Hill. So we have 5 teams that might try to contest this vault, which means this might be like an actual like fuck fest over here. It's gonna be horrible because Joneses can just de-launcher in, so can Shimmer and Shrine. This guy can just run in, you can de-launcher here, and these guys can de-launcher as well. So whoever gets, like, this might be a grief fest and a half for whoever gets this. And it really just depends on whoever gets keys the fastest. So in terms of that, I mean, who gets keys the fastest? I think, honestly, the best bet, especially for NA East, will be that NPen is the one that is going to be the one that claims this. Just because he's landing this side here on Condo, and he really needs the vault to make his loot good. So he doesn't really have anything to lose, because if he just gets this loot, he's pretty shambles. So he's going to really hard fight this and try to claim that for himself. Now over here, Chonkers actually has like the 2 vaults. So one here and one down here. There's a D-launcher if they want to key Condo, and there's one over here as well, which is, you know, interesting position in here by Epic. If Chonkers wanted to, they go here, de-launch the Condo, and like, especially if they see fighting over here, then they can even de-launch and then third party this over here, which is a possibility. Or they could run down here, take the vault, and then de-launch or rift or whatever. But what I think is probably going to happen with Chonkers is that we get a team contesting this side and a team contesting this side, and then this side team will loot probably as much as this as they can get, and then dip to zone, and then this team will run over here and hit this. Now, I don't think any other team can really contest this vault. I mean, Butterbarn can't really. I mean, I guess they do loot down like this. They might be able to run over if they don't see it open and the Chonkers team's already going over there. But it could be an option. They might be able to fight for this, but a 1 key vault isn't really as worth it as a 2 key vault. And then we have Synapse over here, which is just chilling. So that's really covering the whole map. I mean, the Kami split is buffed. It has a vault here. Rocky won't be able to get there, or if they had a D launcher, they might be able to jump on it. Tilted has a vault right here and another vault out here. So this vault buffs the south side of Tilted. So whoever lands south side is kind of chilling because they can loot all of this, not the vault, and then be out. And then north side has a fuck ton of loot and the vault as well. So that's kind of something to be interesting to see. North side can be fight it a lot more. Reality Tree, not much to talk about. We have like the fungi farm. No, that's fun. I don't know what the fuck this is called. Groovy Groves, I think it is. Not much here. I mean, they could fight over this vault, but you're pretty much chilling. Nothing's really changed, and that is pretty much the entire map. I already talked about the north side and everything like that. Now, what maps or what locations do I think are the best? Obviously, I think the ones with the 2 vaults are extremely good. So we have Tilted, Rave Cave, and Condo, and Lagoon. So these vaults, if any team has the shit unconned, then we gotta really watch out for them because they're going to pop off. Good news is that other than like Condo and this Lagoon one, the vaults are kind of in like a hot space. So like Rave Cave's gonna have a lot of teams, Tilted's gonna have a lot of teams, Condo will now have a lot of teams, and Lagoon has been a little hot, but the Condo one is a little weird. I wasn't suspected Condo to really pop off this hard and get a drop like this, but you know, here we are. So in terms of that, yeah, I think Condo, Rave Cave, Lagoon, and Tilted are probably the best POIs. If you're landing somewhere that wasn't changed at all, there's no point to change your stuff now unless it wasn't working. So like I land this weird split down here and no one ever contests it, and I like being uncon because it means I can just focus on my end game. But if you're a strong fighter or whatever and you don't like where you're landing now, or you want to land near a vault, then just learn it, find a drop map. I mean, I'll make some drop maps in my server, see if I can find any for free. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. The next video we'll be talking about the item meta, and then the one after that we'll be talking about the gun meta. So yeah, cheers.